Good morning. Welcome to my special podcast, Resilience in the Time of Coronavirus. Companies around the world are asking their employees to work from home. Governments are urging employees and citizens also to work from home or stay at home. Some people like it, some people don't. I'm reaching out to a number of people around the globe to learn about their experience in remote work and also hear the resilience during the time of coronavirus. Today's guest is Wendy Khumalo, joining me from South Africa. Wendy is an international accredited English tutor, a leader in Toastmasters International, a mentor, and a business leader. She's also a brand affiliate with No Skin. Did I get that right? No Skin Enterprises. She holds a certificate in business management and leadership, and she runs her own online-based beauty and health business in South Africa. And surprise, surprise, she's not new to the world of remote work. Wendy, good to have you on my podcast.
Good to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
My pleasure. My pleasure. We were talking in the waiting room, and you mentioned to me that you've been doing remote work or online work, let me call it this way, since the age of 21. So please share with me, what is it exactly?
Yeah, so since 2018, I started my first job actually in 2017, and I was working for a company close by to where I stay now, where I was teaching English online. So I would go there and do night shifts. I'd work from 11 p.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning. So the hours were so long, I'd get very exhausted. And I thought, is there a way I could do this from home? Because it's online anyway. So I started researching ways. I started preparing myself. And by the beginning of 2018, I positioned myself to work online from home. And since then, I've been working online. Any job that I take is online because I pretty much don't think I'll be able to go back to the office. So I make sure that all my jobs are acquainted online. My beauty and wellness business is based online. And the only thing pretty much that wasn't based online is my Toastmasters International Club, which is 5 minutes away from where I stay. But due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we have also moved online. So that's the change I've had to make.
Well, Wendy, you're lucky, to be honest with you. Okay, I have spoken to quite a large number of people, but nevertheless, I haven't heard as many as being working remotely since quite some time. Although that I advocate for gig economy, I advocate for remote work and so on, but still I see it as quite new to our region, to Africa, Middle East, and so on. So keeping motivated, staying up to date with things, and being able to communicate with your customers, colleagues, your teams, and so on. How do you do that?
All right. So there's like various jobs within my career, right? And I'll try to summarize it the best way I can. Now, in order to interact with my Toastmasters executive committee team, we now have migrated to Skype or Zoom calls, which works well for us to talk about our plan, our strategy moving forward. So we utilize those platforms. And then when it comes to my online teaching, I make use of my tutoring platform. And then to invoice some of my clients, I use Invoice Simple because it's totally free and efficient. So I utilize that invoice app to send out or email invoices. And then when it comes to my wellness and B2B business, I utilize my store and my workshop applications, which were designed by my company to help me work remotely from work and run my own office space online. And to keep track with my sales, my team's progress, and my entire business space, I all do that online on my computer or my laptop. And then to help my team move forward with their businesses and help them strategize, I use a WhatsApp group, which is also free. So it's really easy for me to use the business WhatsApp tools. And then to be able to create effective selling posts for my products and be able to create sharing products, I use Stories Edit and Unfold, which are both apps that allow you to edit photos, add some text, and just make it all beautiful. And then if I want to schedule posts for my podcast episodes, for my beauty business, and any other personal posts that I will be probably sleeping by the time I have to put them up. I use Hootsuite to pre-schedule posts, and I also use Plotnoli, which is another app that helps me pre-schedule posts and they automatically get sent. So all the apps I've mentioned right now are free to use. So although I'm working from home, the best benefit is that I'm able to optimize and cut costs because most of the applications I use for free.
Wow. I must say, you just provided a blueprint of how to work from home, and you leverage the technology at our fingertips, which is, for the majority of that, can be provided free of charge. Fantastic way of doing that. But also it takes a lot of awareness from customers. It takes a lot of, understanding from businesses to be able to connect and stay, up to date with things during the time of coronavirus. So given the situation, and when this is all over in the near future, what do you think organizations can do to be able to, get ready for such kind of crisis in the future?
Right. I totally think that when this epidemic is over, companies will be able to adopt alternate ways of approaching work, which I think can vastly benefit them in various ways. Some would have realized that they might even have a huge clientele online, or it's much easier to work online. It can cut some costs, and maybe some employees can use that, and it could do good to our climate, to cars being on the road. So maybe they can adopt some of these online ways of working. I have found out that when you bring services to your customers at home, especially with the work that I do, then it's easy for them to attend and be able to be present for those lessons or any of the work that I have to do for them, because they don't have to travel far, or they don't have to utilize money to travel. They just have to open up their laptop and be present, and you're still able to make your money like you should. So I totally think that businesses could do with this online and digital space work. And it's clear that we are living in a digital world, and there's amazing platforms and tools that I, for example, have been able to use working online from home, have opened up a world of endless possibilities. So I do definitely hope that organizations can see those opportunities and utilize them to enhance their services and capabilities to serve even online, because so many clients, at a point, I couldn't attend a Toastmasters Club meeting in the United States or in India, but now I can because they are online. So it opens up that world of possibilities, and I think companies could really use that.
And I'm quoting you on what you said, a world of possibilities and opportunities only if businesses are able to leverage, all these kind of technologies that we have in place. On a personal level, right, how do you keep that sort of energy and spirit on day to day? Given this is not all new to you.
Yeah, it's really hard to channel the focus, the energy, especially when you work from home, because there are a lot of distractions, and pretty much there's no manager looking at you and what you do. But I've always believed that anything is possible if you have the mindset and the will, and especially the desire to do it and put the time in it. So after reading the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill and The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, which I read when I was about 20, going to 21, I've believed that, or I started believing in the power of the law of attraction and the ability to strategize, writing down goals. So these two books have taught me that in any situation you may find yourself in, you still have control as long as you have the ability to control your mind. And we all do. So that's where our power lies. And therefore, no matter what is happening, whether there's a pandemic, whether I ran out of Wi-Fi or there's no electricity, I always stay positive. I always channel that positive energy. I always channel that focus, and I channel my mind to be very productive. So therefore, being able to consistently take control of my state of mind through various ways. Sometimes I have to push myself by meditating. Sometimes I have to watch an ALUX video where billionaires meet to talk about the future. And I try to keep my spirit up and remind myself why I'm doing this. So that kind of like keeps me on my toes And most importantly, I write down my daily tasks every day. So I have a list and I write it before I go to bed. And I know that the next day when I wake up, this is what I'm doing throughout the day. And I try my best to tick all my to-dos. So that keeps me going and keeps me motivated to do my work, no matter the distractions.
Wonderful, Wendy. Well, Wendy, it takes a lot of learning. It takes a lot of understanding. And as you said, the law of attraction, we're able to manifest all what we think about only if we start believing in it, not only waiting to see it happening. Wendy, thank you so much for sharing your insights. I really appreciate your time. I look forward to have you in my next podcast as well. You stay safe and stay positive as you are.
Thank you so much, Wael. I do believe we'll be out of this pandemic soon enough. And I hope everyone is coping at home. Everyone is writing their to-do lists and just keeping positive, because we are in a crisis. But just to keep calm and positive is very important. And write down your daily to-dos and tick them off. Set your goals and crush them. Thank you, Wael.
Thank you. Bye-bye.